What's going on, everybody? I'm finally getting around to making this video. This is going to be my World Series predictions video. I've been talking about it for a little bit. I'm sure you guys are excited. This honestly was not that hard for me. My predictions are probably terrible, but I feel like I have decent justification for it. But as always, before we get into that, leave a like down below. Comment down below what you thought of my predictions. Am I stupid? Do you completely agree with me? I know I'm going to leave some teams out of the postseason bracket that maybe should be there, but this is just how I feel. What I think the postseason is going to look like come October. And this is assuming that the October postseason bracket is going to look like 2019, not 2020. So there's no expanded playoffs. We're back to a one game wild card game, which I think is more exciting anyway. Also, make sure you check out the Diamond in the Rough podcast. That's going to be linked in the description below, along with my socials and everything else that's normally down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get into the predictions. So first up, we're going to start with the American League. And I know you guys know I'm a Yankee fan. You might call me biased. The American League East, the Blue Jays are up and coming. They're a good team. The Rays are always going to be good. The Red Sox aren't as bad as people think. Then, of course, we have the Orioles. But I do think the Yankees are the best team in the American League East. Possibly the best team in the American League on paper. Of course, they need to stay healthy. They need guys like Kluber and Tyone to bounce back really well and be good. They need Judge and Stanton to stay healthy. But even if they don't stay healthy, we've seen them win over 100 games before when they weren't healthy. So I think the Yankees definitely still take this division. I don't know why anyone would bet against it. The Blue Jays are good. They just don't have enough pitching. The Rays got worse than last year, but the Rays are always going to scare me. And then the Red Sox, I don't think they have enough pitching either. And of course, like I said, the Orioles are just there. Yeah. The Orioles are there, so Guillermo Torres can hit 40 home runs. Sorry, not sorry. The American League Central. This one wasn't all that hard either. I don't understand the projections from some of Pacoda, Baseball Reference. Those things, I don't know. They have the Twins winning the the AL Central. I don't have that at all. I have maybe it might be close, but I do have the White Sox taking that division with Lucas Giolito, one of my favorite pitchers in baseball, at the top of that rotation. They still have Dials Keuchel, who's really good. Lance Lynn, of course, that great acquisition. And of course, they add the best relief pitcher of the last 2 seasons in Liam Hendricks. And they added him to an already good bullpen. So I'm not going to bet against them. I am going to say that a lot, but I just don't know if the Twins have the pitching that the White Sox do. The White Sox have an amazing offense. The reigning AL MVP in Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, Luis Roberts still getting better. Tim Anderson's in the batting champion title conversation every year. So again, I think Moncada's also going to have a bounce back year. So I'm not going to I think the White Sox take the edge in this one. It might only be by a few games, but I do think the White Sox win the AL Central and get to that postseason without having to play in the one game wild card. And then in the AL West, another one where it's kind of hard to have a top. Obviously the Rangers are at the bottom, and then from there, the Mariners are up and coming. The Angels, of course, have Ohtani and Trout and Rendon. And then the Athletics are always going to be good. And then, of course, you have the Astros. I don't think the people are giving the Astros enough credit. And trust me, I'm saying this from my deep, deep hatred for the Astros, but I think they're better than people expect. Altuve is going to snap out of it at some point. Obviously, the cheating helped him steal the MVP from Aaron Judge, but Altuve is a good hitter. We saw what Carlos Correa did in the postseason. They still have Alex Bregman. They still have Michael Brantley. They're getting Yordan Alvarez back, and I know they've lost Framber Valdez and Forrest Whitley, but they still are going to have good pitching. They're the Astros. They figure it out. Whether they're just really good at using the technology to make their pitchers good, or they really do have the best sticky stuff in the league, they're going to be fine. The pitchers that they have are still going to find a way to get outs. They have guys like Jose Urquidy and Christian Javier, who were really good last year. The Astros are going to be fine. I think they're going to win the division, just because I have literally no faith in the Angels to do well, because they seem to just want to waste Mike Trout's career. Whether or not Shohei Ohtani can actually win the MVP and the Cy Young, I don't see the Angels making the playoffs. And then I see the Athletics falling just short of the division, unfortunately for them. But again, the Astros have the experience. They've been to 4 straight ALCSs. So I'm just not going to bet against them. I won't. So the postseason series are going to be as the White Sox versus the Astros in an ALDS, and then the Yankees versus the wild card winner. Between the Blue Jays and the Twins. I have the Blue Jays beating the Twins in the wild card game, mostly because the Twins refuse to win a postseason game. They refuse to win a postseason game, and I don't see that changing in 2021. Why would it? They haven't proven to me that they can win in the postseason, so why would I say they are? So I've got the Blue Jays beating the Twins in the wild card game, and then going to face the Yankees in the other ALDS. Sorry. So both ALDSs are going to be White Sox versus Astros and Yankees versus Blue Jays. And then in the White Sox versus the Astros series, I'm going to take the underdog here. And that's actually, I'm considering the White Sox the underdog because the Astros have so much postseason experience. This is, like I said, they've been to 4 ALCSs in a row. And I'm kind of picking the White Sox because I want them to beat the Astros. If everything goes right for the White Sox, they're going to have just such an incredible team. Like I said, that three-headed monster of Keuchel, Giolito, Lance Lynn. Of course, they have Michael Kopech as well. Dylan Cease is a decent starter for him. Garrett Crochet in the bullpen. Jimmy Cordero in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer. So, again, I think if everything goes right for the White Sox, they can definitely take down the Astros in that American League Division Series. And, I mean, we saw the Rays beat the Astros last year, so it's not like the Astros are unbeatable in the postseason by a young team, because that's what the Rays were. So, I am going to say that the White Sox beat the Astros in the ALDS. And then I'm going to take my Yankees over the Blue Jays. I just think the Blue Jays don't have enough pitching. Like I said, I don't think the Blue Jays have enough pitching for a 5-game series. After Hyun-Jin Ryu, and he's probably going to pitch the wild card game, they don't have much unless they go out and are able to pick up a couple starters at the trade deadline. I don't know if a guy like Tanner Roark is going to get the job done. I'm going to take my Yankees over the Blue Jays. I don't know how long these series are going to go. I didn't dig that far into it. I don't know if one team is going to dominate another team. I'm going to pick the White Sox and the Yankees playing in that championship series for the American League. And I'm going to take my Yankees. You can call me biased. You can call me whatever you want. But again, I think the Yankees are the best team on paper in the American League. So far in spring training, everyone's looked pretty good. They've had a few injuries, but not any to their major stars. Yeah, Zach Britton's going to be out for a while, but the additions of Zach Britton and Luis Severino at the trade deadline are just going to boost this team even more. And I think, I don't know, with the new training that they have, Eric Cressey is their new training coordinator. I think the Yankees are in a really good place right now. And yeah, I'm biased. Call me what you want. I don't care. I think the Yankees are the best team on paper in the American League. There are more fun teams that you could pick, like the White Sox or the Blue Jays. But I'm sticking with my Yankees. I expect them to go to the World Series this year for the first time in a long time, and we desperately need that. Moving on to the National League, in the NL East, I'm going with the Atlanta Braves. If you listen to the Diamond in the Rough podcast, you know that's my prediction. I'm not going to take it away from them. But until someone beats them, Scuffy McGee put this very eloquently, until someone beats them, I got to go with the Braves. The Mets have a chance to beat them. The Nationals or the Phillies have a chance to beat them. Hell, even the Marlins do. But I'm picking the Braves. They're the best team on paper in this division. They're a very complete team. The rotation is disgusting. I've talked about it many times before. Taking the Braves in the NL East. In the NL Central, I'm going to take the Cardinals. And this would be a lot harder if they hadn't acquired Nolan Arenado, but I do think their rotation is a little bit underrated. Kwei Hyung Kim pitched really well for them last year. They also have Carlos Martinez and Alex Reyes still kind of in the wings in that rotation. So yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals there. I think some of their young studs are going to click this year, like Tyler O'Neill or Harrison Bader. And then, of course, they have Dylan Carlson, one of the top prospects in baseball. I think he's going to be really good. Of course, in the NL West, have to take the Dodgers. They're just ridiculous. They have no holes. They signed the American League. They signed the reigning National League Cy Young after winning the World Series. So the Dodgers are going to win the NL West. So that means in the NLDS, I have the Braves versus the Cardinals and the Dodgers versus the winner of the wild card game. And that wild card game is going to be the San Diego Padres. I think they're so fun. I just don't know if they can beat the Dodgers in that division. And the New York Mets. Two very young, exciting teams. And then in that game, I have the Padres defeating the Mets. Yeah, I think obviously Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in the world, but I don't know. My gut says the Padres. I don't think the Padres, after all the excitement on this year, I can't say the Padres are going to be one and done in the postseason. So I'm going to take the Padres over the Mets in that wild card game, and they're going to be facing the Dodgers once again in the NLDS. So the first NLDS, Braves versus Cardinals. I've got the Braves winning that one. I just don't think the Cardinals are quite there yet to defeat the Braves. Again, I'm not betting against the Braves. I don't want to play the Braves in the postseason series. Mike Soroka, Max Fried, Charlie Morton, Ian Anderson, Bryce Wilson. Honestly, I could keep going. Like, that pitching is disgusting. They can shut down any offense. And the Cardinals don't have the best offense outside of Arenado and Goldschmidt. So I'm taking the Braves to go on to the NLCS. And then, of course, Dodgers versus Padres again. I'm taking the Dodgers. Can't bet against them. Kershaw, Buehler, Bauer, Price, Julio Urias, Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin. Like, why would I say they're not going to keep winning and winning and winning? So, got the Dodgers over the Padres. So we're going to have a rematch of last year's NLCS with the Dodgers and the Braves. And I'm going with the Dodgers. I'm sorry, Braves fans. I know I'm hyping you up, but I don't know. Like, the Dodgers have no holes. It doesn't. It almost feels like you can't pick the Dodgers to ever lose. Obviously, it's baseball. They're going to lose some games, but in every single game that they play in, they're going to be the favorite to win. Every single game, no matter what. They're going to be the favorite to win. They're never going to be the underdog in a game that they play this year. Their depth is amazing. So, yeah, the Dodgers are going to the World Series once again for the 4th time in 5 years, playing my Yankees. And I know this is the moment you've all been waiting for. How much is my bias going to show? Am I going to pick the Yankees to win the World Series? And the answer is no, I'm not. I'm taking the Dodgers to win the World Series this year. I pretty much, for every reason that I have said, I don't trust my Yankees to do well enough against that disgusting Dodgers pitching staff to beat them in the World Series. And I don't trust the Yankees pitching staff to hold off the Dodgers offense enough to win the World Series either. I mean, between Cody Bellinger and like Max Muncy and all the guys that they have, Mookie Betts. How am I forgetting about Mookie Betts? The Dodgers are winning World Series in 2021. They're going back to back. They're absolutely shutting up all the postseason haters. And I hate this. I'm not a Dodgers fan at all. I hate the Dodgers almost as much as I hate the Red Sox. Not nearly as much as I hate the Astros. But, yeah, I've got the Dodgers going back-to-back championships. I know how hard that is, but the Dodgers are in a perfect place to do that. So take it for what you want. Hate me for it. I don't care. But, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.